Hey folks, and welcome back to the HFC SEGAthon. Now, as a sort of last minute game that we added after I was too much of a pussy to play certain other games, I'm playing Sonic Colors, and before we get proper into things, we have a extra little incentive with this run, don't we, Spar?
Yeah, we do. During Sonic Colors, every $1 donation will give you an entry into a raffle for Steam codes to get a free copy of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. They're coming as a pair. You get both of them when you win the raffle.
Yep, so if you want a shot at playing that on PC, and bear in mind that the PC version of both of those games has quite a bit of modern support now, so if you want to play around with things, or maybe if you just want to play the game for the first time, then it's a good chance to do so. So yeah, we also have Nat joining us here, don't we?
Yep, hi guys.
Yes, we do. My beautiful girlfriend here.
And I will say, as a bit of a preemptive excuse, I am still a little bit in Forces mode, which controls quite a bit different to Colours. So when you see me completely fucking up me boosting and me boosting me jumping shit, that's my excuse, and I am 100% sticking to it.
That's okay, I'm still going to criticize everything you do anyway.
That's absolutely fine, because that's karma to me at this point.
Colors is my game. It's the only Sonic game that I love, probably more than most games.
To me, Colours is kind of around in the middle for me, like in terms of all the games that I like a lot, because it is a really fun game. It does have some little quirks that are making themselves more and more known on repeat playthroughs, but when you play this, you still have a pretty fucking great time.
It's just a fun time, even if there are issues with it, because most of the issues are honestly kind of things that are in most Sonic games anyway.
Yeah, and a lot of them, like, the biggest problem I have really is the level design, in that it's a little bit blocky, and so you don't really get the same level of momentum that you do from the other Boost Sonic games. But ultimately then, a lot of the problem levels are the really short ones, so once they're out of the way, they're out of the way, and you can just like keep on playing the good shit on when you reload the save and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the too much 2D criticism in chat, which I get. I do agree with that. Although I will say I think that might have something to do with being on the Wii, because between the like maybe 3 levels where you actually get a 3D section, I think like 2 of them sort of chug. So it's possibly just a technical limitation, and that's why they decided to just play with what works.
Well, I didn't actually know until recently that the game is locked to 30 FPS.
Really? It's really obvious 30, at least to me. Like, the gameplay is locked to 30. There's one part that plays at 60, and do you know what part that is?
The final boss?
No, it is when you load up a new level, the level title card comes in at 60 frames per second, nothing else. Which is like the most redundant thing possible.
Okay, well I mean, the title card whenever you load up Kingdom Hearts 1.5 on PS3, when you first load that up, the title card is 60.
Alright.
But the only part of it that's 60 on the PS3 version.
Oh yeah, I think they managed to get that up to 60 in the PS4 version now, didn't they?
Oh yeah, everything is 60 FPS, unless something chugs, but I don't really know. I haven't had a chance to play those yet.
Fair one. I'll see Silver Dude saying about the Dolphin code to full 60 FPS. That works through most levels. There are a couple with scripted sequences that it just breaks the game on, so you have to disable it as you go along.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame. Hopefully eventually people will find a way around that. So, what is our current total so far going into this run?
One sec. It's $2,269.90.
Oh, nice one. We got quite a bit more in Phantasy Star than I thought we would, honestly, because that was when the big fight between the Sonic and Tails donation bid war for Mania Plus sort of broke out, because originally it was going quite close between Sonic and Mighty, and then my mate even just put 200 towards Tails, and then they've been neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Plot or not,
We also had quite a lot of donations for the final party member of Phantasy Star 4.
Yeah, it was Grizz overall who won that one, so that was kind of fun.
Yes.
But yeah, how do you guys feel about the tone of the story for colours?
At first, I love it, but it's something that's not quite as enjoyable after playing it dozens of times.
I get you. What about you, Nat?
I didn't really mind it.
I like it a lot personally. It's incredibly goofy, but it just works for me. It's the sort of thing that I know I have a very cringy sense of humour, so maybe that is why it's clicking to me. But you know.
I think it has a bit too much of Sonic being a cocky asshole, maybe, but that's more of a personal thing that some people don't like.
I will say that it's nowhere near as bad here as it is in Lost World, because Lost World tried to sort of replicate this, except they also tried to have some serious character moments as well, and it ended up just being really awkward, because you'd have them like joking around and making Baldy McNose hair kind of jokes, and then all of a sudden like Sonic and Tails are having some fucking teenage melodrama, and it just sort of doesn't click. Whereas here they at least keep it mostly consistent with what they're doing, even if it is a bit on the bad joke kind of side.
Lost World also has Eggman promising to wring the life out of someone with his bare hands.
Yes.
So there's that.
There is that as well.
Whether you consider that a plus or a minus.
Well, to be fair... Oh, I've got Eggman as my safe file name, cool. But to be fair with them, those characters do fucking deserve it. So, you know. But yes, I have actually got my save file now, and the world map system in this is very basic. And I really appreciate that, because I'm one of the people who really doesn't care for hub worlds in Sonic games. I feel that they do nothing but slow down the pace of things. And so to just have next level right here, go play, that is like perfect. Yeah.
I think they're okay if they're done well. Like Unleashed hub world was pretty nice. I definitely don't like 06's, but there's a lot of things to not like about 06.
Well, 06's problem is that the hub worlds are just too big, wide and empty, and you spend more time just wandering aimlessly than you do actually interacting with things in the hub world. Also, I know there's a lot of love for the Unleashed hub worlds. I get why, you know, they're theming and whatnot, but I could still do without them. I think Unleashed gets by just fine, just going from like level to level with the occasional text box story.
Yeah.
You know, that is very much a subjective thing, and I suppose if I wasn't in the constant mindset of I want to go fast, then I could probably appreciate the other things, but you know, that's not how I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, first level Tropical Resort, I think this is actually a fantastic start to the game, if I'm not failing very basic platforming right now. But yeah, music's good.
Neo's informing me that we just got a hell of a donation.
Oh,
if you would care to check for that now.
Yeah, go and read it out.
They just got a $200 donation. Guess he finally gets to watch the stream. I've always appreciated that HFC does charity marathons, and it's about time I did my part. So why not donate during a Sonic run? Keep it up, guys. Loki Vex.
Oh, thank you, Loki Vex. Thank you very much. Do you want to put that towards incentives at all?
Thank you very much, Loki Vex. You now get 200 entries towards the Sonic Adventure.
He also said don't enter him into the raffle because he already owns the games.
Oh,
fair enough.
Yeah.
It just says add it to whatever incentives you want.
Alrighty. That helps a little, because 200 entries to the raffle means you're probably guaranteed to win.
Wow.
But yeah, thank you very much, dude. We greatly appreciate it.
So, incentives, do you guys want to decide how to allocate them?
I need to actually get the incentives page open so I can check.
Should probably probably put it towards getting those, the rest of Richie's incentives for each.
Oh, what, the sing-song incentives?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
And then whatever's left, we can probably put towards one of the Sonic Mania characters.
Yeah, that works for me.
Let me get the calculator out.
I think Neo had already added that donation to the document, and you added 200 on top of his. He's saying.
Just make sure the one at the top of the document lines up with what it says on the Child's Play page.
Yeah.
Fuck Tails in this game. I kind of like Tails in this game.
Alright, if the total is correct, we're now $30 away from Rhythm Thief, apparently.
Oh, nice. Let's see if we can get that by the end of this run, folks, because I really want to play Rhythm Thief for the stream.
Oh, I was reconfiguring my handheld into a translator so I can understand this guy. Did you go?
Yeah, cutscenes will be my swigging tea break, just a heads up, folks.
Powered up with like some kind of wild energy, and after a few seconds they'd pop out of me.
I find that hard to believe.
Huh? Okay, seriously? We need to find Eggman and figure out how catching these aliens fits into whatever heinous plan he's hatching.
Yeah, Tails has been shit in some of the recent games. Like, he was fucking like embarrassing in Forces, but I like him here. Mainly because he is the sort of jokester kind of sidekick for a lot of this.
Tails in Forces is just kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, it just feels redundant, the fact that they got rid of all the other like character development he's got over the years. Like, he's not funny in that game, he's not supportive to Sonic, he's just sort of there.
So there's like $94 left. So which character?
What to allocate it to? Okay, so that's 90. Who's at the? Actually, if it's 94, put it towards Knuckles, and then that brings him a little bit more competitive to the others.
Okay. Right now, Sonic is in the lead at $224.69.
Nice.
And we have Tails at $215. Mighty at $187.69.
Good stuff.
Knuckles will be next once we have his total up. And then Ray is at the bottom with only $21.50.
Oh, well, that's right.
Matt just finished updating Knuckles' total. He now has $127.04.
Nice one. I swear to Christ, if like Ray ends up sniping this at the last second somehow, that would be amazing. Don't need that red ring, but I'm gonna get it. There we go.
Oh, how about that? My playlist is now giving me tropical resort music.
Oh, good shit. Perfect. I will say I actually prefer the Tropical Resort remix from Generations 3DS over the versions from this game, but that's because I really like that kind of high source synth that everyone else seems to hate.
Okay.
I also do like Generations 3DS a lot in general. It doesn't hold a candle to the HD version, but it's still a pretty good time in its own right, at least to me.
I don't know that I ever played the 3DS version. I might have rented it for like a day.
Like, it does feel very low budget and very low like development cycle, but I kind of like just a little bit more dimpsism. Even if it does have the questionable physics and questionable design.
Doesn't Dimps like putting bottomless pits?
Well,
yes.
Dimps's main quirks are bottomless pits and automation, and one that they seem to develop for Generations 3DS was also extended periods of holding right and nothing happening. But,
Sonic Team seems to have taken a leaf out of their book then.
Well, yeah. Like, I think the bigger problems with Sonic Forces level design was more that it was just everything's too short. They don't really develop the levels out beyond the initial minute. But yeah. This game I mentioned earlier, but the biggest problem with its game's level design is that everything's really blocky. So a lot of these levels feel more like Mario levels than Sonic levels, if that makes sense.
I could see that. I mean, everyone made the comparison between this and Mario Galaxy when it came out, so...
Well, I think the initial comparisons were just down to theming, really, and the fact that it's like mascot character goes to space, but
there are some shared mechanics, especially with the gravity flipping later on, if I could speak correctly.
Yeah, it functions a little bit differently though. Like it's hard to explain, but you will see what I mean when we get to the levels.
Also, like, Sonic going to space and having gravity flipping is not a new thing.
No, that's been a thing since like fucking 3K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see what you mean, X-Max. Lost World is trying the Galaxy thing more than Colors is, because that even has the curved platforms like Galaxy does.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
The thing, I think they completely missed the point of the blocky level design criticisms with Lost World, because Lost World actually has very similar level design philosophy, except instead of blocks, they're now slightly curved blocks. So I mean, technically it's not blocky, it just feels blocky.
Nobody would get that.
Fine. You're so smart, robot. You take care of this mess. Release the big boy. At least I know he won't
What would be
screw it
the
up.
worst Sonic game to date?
Bye-bye, sucker.
Out of the ones I've played, Secret Rings.
Heroes.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably very close to me. Like, the thing is with Heroes is that, like, it's boring, it's monotonous, it's just an actual chore to look at because the art style is fucking abysmal. But it doesn't physically hurt me like Secret Rings does. Whereas I've had the odd arm ache from playing Secret Rings before, so yeah.
Calling Heroes a chore is pretty much as close as to a good description of that game as you can get. Because you have to do everything 4 times.
Yeah, and the levels get more and more boring as they go on. And yeah, it really is a chore.
Okay, Flame, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice to make bosses easier.
Lightning, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, the laser.
Yeah, well, I'll beat
Any
it now
of the
anyway.
bosses takes like triple damage from the special wisp of the area.
Yeah, I know, I managed to get a hit in and then decided to just carry on with it for that one, but yeah, you can completely murderize everything with the lightning, or the laser. Yeah.
Tighten this last bolt. Oh, there you are. Where'd you run off to?
I did a little shopping, grabbed a bite to eat, and trashed a giant killer robot.
Oh, really? They've got shopping.
Heroes has the worst final level in the series. Do you mean Final Fortress, or do you mean the series of bosses?
I think it's done. It's in binary code, so only I can read.
Because Final Fortress, I never used to like that, but I sort of got used to it from trying to perfect it for the playthrough, and since then I've been kind of okay with it.
Happening to your people?
The most annoying thing about the boss battle of Heroes is how whenever you use a new team attack, the music just disappears completely.
Oh yeah, like if I'm trying to rock out to what I'm made of and then it's like, yeah, it's gonna just stop. Like, nah, fuck that. Although I will say the final boss of Heroes is an absolute joke if you use the like excessive Team Blast glitch. That is, like, it makes it so much more manageable.
That's another thing that just makes the game a chore, though.
Well, I suppose the fact that you can glitch past it takes that away a little bit, but that's not an intended thing.
Yeah. It got to a point when I was playing Heroes that I would have to stop at every enemy just to charge up the Team Blast again, because it would otherwise take like 2 minutes to fight the thing.
Yeah, well, I was saying that using the glitch, even if you fuck it up a couple of times, it still is quicker than like trying to get like 20 fucking hits on them giant titan things.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Sweet? Weekend is a fucking jam. I will say that unapologetically. I love Weekend.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Team Sonic thing.
Oh.
Missing an arm. Have you got an arm? No.
I like all the vocal themes from Heroes, honestly.
I guess it can't matter much.
I'm mostly indifferent.
Yeah, fair one. I think my favourite's probably the Team Dark theme, This Machine by Gillian Kay. Although I do like all of them, like even Follow Me, which is like team pop kind of thing. You know, it's still upbeat and cheerful enough for a Sonic game. Okay, so we can go to either Sweet Mountain or Sylark Carnival next. I'm gonna go my usual order, so we'll go to Sweet Mountain now.
I think that's the one the game expects you to go to. Although I think I discovered that the cutscenes act as if you go to sort of like Carnival first.
Oh,
Maybe? I can't quite remember.
It's
just it's an offhand line that Tails gives at some point.
I'm kind of just going clockwise. That's how I usually do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this works for me.
This level always makes me hungry.
I will say this is probably my least favourite level theme out of all of them. I've never really been that big on food levels. Although it is still much better, much more interesting than the dessert level from Lost World. So that level's fucking boring.
Isn't everything in Lost World boring though?
Yeah, but that one's especially boring. Like, if you're boring by Lost World standards, then you're really fucking boring.
Oh, okay.
Let's drill through here and probably end up coming up at a bad spot. No, let's just get that. Although I thought that wasn't gonna respawn for a minute, I'll be trapped there. Oh, that was frame rate dropping off. I don't actually remember having that many in this game, at least in the 2D sections.
Now I want to bake a cake.
Well, I mean, the egg pawns have got all the whisks and that to help you out with it. That's one thing I like, although I'm not too big on the egg pawn designs just because they're a bit generic enemy and have Vincent's heroes. At least they do customise them a bit, like level by level in this game.
A little bit. I can't really recall if there's many variations outside of Sweet Mountain.
I believe they have like the samurai sword kind of things in the underwater level.
That's right, Aquarium Park also has them.
And in,
Well, yeah,
I think the first level they were holding welcome signs.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little
I'm not sure I
something.
consider those much of a variation though.
Yeah, well, it's the first level, it's the entry to the theme park, it's fitting.
Yeah,
I love how flat the texture is for the jelly beans inside them rockets.
Yeah.
They didn't even try to add depth to that.
I mean, it is the Wii.
It is, but you know, I'm a
I
little
would.
bitch.
This is another game I would love an HD version of.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Plus, they probably have more important things to focus on than like the jelly bean textures.
Yeah, but what else am I gonna bitch about like 8 years down the line? They should consider me when making these games.
I think we might have got another donation and Neo's yelling in the Discord about it.
Okay, well, go on.
Nat's got it up, so I'll let her read it.
Okay.
We got a $30.10 donation.
Oh.
Says, hey, it's Spa, let's go Ribbon Thief.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I decided to throw money just to get that unlocked.
Nice one, thank you, mate. Yeah, so that is I think that's another full incentive day we've got now.
Yes.
Awesome. So that's... What's the next one? The $3,000 one? I can't actually remember off the top of my head.
It's Space Channel 5.
Oh, nice. I think that's Volt playing that, so that should be a good time.
Yes.
But yeah, that's really cool. Thank you to everyone who's helped us get to this point.
And we also, from that $200 donation a while ago, if you remember, we finished up the Rhythm Thief songs as well, so you can expect those during that game.
Nice one.
For Richie to be singing those. Remember, we've got some others. We still have the Sonic Mania Plus bid war going on. We also have Knights bid war, I believe.
Yeah.
We've got 2 Knights bid wars. We've got one which is which version of Dreams which is going to be singing, and there's also one for which graphical version Dan's going to be playing. So that's either the PS2 graphics or the Saturn graphics. So if you want it to look retro, or if you want it to look a bit cleaner, you can take your pick and donate to all of that.
Yep.
And of course we also have the Sonic character bid wars as well.
Yep. And then if you check the schedule, you can also see all the other incentive games that we have on there. And also, as we mentioned, the raffle for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on Steam that's going on during this game. We've had $230 raised so far during this game, which is pretty good considering we just started. But the person that donated $200 did not want to be added to the raffle, and I'm the one that purchased the codes for the marathon, so I don't want to be added to the raffle either.
Okay guys, so it's still a blank slate. If you want a chance to win a copy of the adventure games, then you know you can jump right in. Where's my Rhythm Thief DLC for Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight? I'm surprised they haven't done that actually. Them songs would work really well in that kind of game.
Oh yeah, I forgot. One of my favorite parts of this game is the Eggman announcements in the levels.
Oh yeah, I believe a lot of those were just ad-libbed on the spot as well. I seem to recall Mike saying that, so yeah, some of them are fucking gold.
Sweet Mountain actually has some of my favorite.
I can't remember which ones come up where, because obviously I've got my audio down really low, but
yeah.
Hey.
SuperWin93 has shared one in the chat for us.
Okay.
I'm going to do something of a terrible voice that's not going to sound anything like Eggman. I'm just going to do it in my regular voice, just to be safe. Will the owner of a white hover car shaped like an egg please come to the front desk? And then it repeats that part. Your car has been broken into... Wait a minute, what the heck?
I love that one, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, go on, you tease the Eggman voice, let's hear it.
I don't actually have an Eggman voice. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't really know what I was going for.
Well, it means you got a tri-spar. You put yourself on the spot.
No, I'm good.
You don't want to do it. You want to whiff out.
As long as you don't
I'm fine.
As long as you don't do your goofy impression or Sparanda impression.
There's a goofy impression, is there?
Yes, there's a goofy impression. That one I'm at least a little bit confident in.
Well,
but,
let's hear it.
No, my girlfriend is here and she has specifically forbidden me to do so.
Fine, you can do it.
Go
Just
on.
this one.
Alright. Hey Donald, you know Sora? Fuck Sora.
That is actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
It's too bad this is the SEGAthon and not the Disney-thon.
It's fine. Goofy's welcome anywhere.
Now they want to see Kermit the Frog.
I don't have a Kermit voice.
You can have one. Also, I see there's a 69 in my score here. Cool. Nice. I'm allowed to be 12, okay?
Why didn't Hat ban me from doing that?
She used to do it all the time and it got annoying after a while.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying, like we're just like playing a game together and there's a serious cutscene and then he's like doing the goofy voice and it's just,
Gosh.
it's just like...
Perfect. Oh yeah, I remember that, Kovacs Tani. I seem to recall Chugga's Sonic Colors LP being pretty good.
I haven't actually watched it. I haven't seen much from Chugga. We watched a few things a couple years back, Matt and I together, but not much since then.
I see. The thing with Chugga is, I love him as a person. His commentary style is not exactly my kind of thing, but it is just fun to listen to from time to time.
He definitely seems like a pretty chill guy.
Yeah, and like pretty much everyone who knows him shit has confirmed that he is just like actually that excitable and stuff in real life as well, which is amazing.
Alright. So this is where I once again bring up the fact that I attempted to learn how to speedrun Sonic Colors.
How did that go?
Not well.
Okay.
I basically realized that I would have to spend about 6 or 7 hours per level to be able to figure out how to do it well enough to actually be called a speedrun.
Oh yeah, like, that's the thing with Sonic games, is that a lot of the runs are so precise now.
And this level is why I bring it up, because I spent about 7 hours practicing this level, because there's a way that you can skip this really slow section that you're doing right now. Back on that the loop where you went around that's kind of shaped like a figure 8.
Oh yeah.
You can sort of clip out of bounds and boost ahead, and you basically just get out of bounds and get to the goal ring that way.
I might have
It's actually pretty cool if anyone wants to look up a video about it.
I might have seen someone do that before, come to think of it. Nice.
Yeah.
This game, I don't recall it being as exciting of a run as, like, say, Unleashed or Generations, but there is still some cool stuff that I've seen people do with it.
I can't say I've actually seen any runs of Generations or Unleashed. Granted, I don't get to watch a lot of things at GDQs, so I should go back and watch some at some point.
Yeah, like the Generations ones, a lot of them are like a lot of tricks of bypassing the like level load spots, and you can like get out of the 2D sections and that, and some of that is really cool to watch.
Some of that in Colors, where you know, especially in the water levels, you can basically keep the infinite jumping in water, even when you were supposed to be out of water, and like clipping out of bounds, and you get that forever as well. It's pretty neat, which is part of the reason that I decided to stop, because I was like, I really don't want to have to spend 20 hours to learn how to do that.
Yeah, fair play. Someone saying Advanced 3 runs are the best. I prefer Advanced 2 runs. I've always found that more entertaining to watch as a game in general, and seeing that get broken apart is fucking great as well. And also, like, the TAS runs of the Advanced games are fucking incredible.
I think TAS runs of just about anything is interesting if it requires specific timing on stuff.
Yeah,
because they can do crazier things than most humans can.
Yeah, I will say that a lot of TAS runs do tickle my perfectionism fetish, and just seeing games kind of ripped apart in the most efficient way possible, I fucking love watching.
Yeah, those are all good ones, SGM. SGM says Metroid, Monkey Ball, and Sonic are usually good ones to watch.
Usually, yeah. Mega Man can be pretty fun.
I can't say that I have ever actually seen a Mega Man game played in all the way through in one sitting.
Oh. Well, Mega Man is like one of my things. I fucking love that series, so yeah.
I've never particularly been a fan of them. I've never played one, and just never really had the desire to play or experience them.
Yeah, I'd say my favourite Mega Man is definitely X1. Like, that game is perfectionism in video game form. I don't care, it just is. Like, I would say that for people who haven't played one before, 2 from the classic series is probably the best one to start with. Like, it's overplayed as hell, but it has like a normal mode which tones down the difficulty a little bit, at least if you play in the like US or UK versions. So it makes it that little bit easier to get used to how the game's played before you go into like the proper difficulties.
Yeah, I take it back. I think I have actually seen a full run through of X1, just because there's a streamer I follow that does speedruns of it.
Oh, right.
If you count a speedrun as a full run of the game, because I don't actually get to see any of the text.
Oh, right.
Also, he plays it in Japanese, so even if it was slow, I wouldn't be able to read it anyway.
I think a lot of speedrunners play with Japanese text.
Well, it's because the text usually uses less characters because of just how Japanese functions, so it takes less time for the text to scroll in.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't count the time it takes to actually learn kanji. If you actually get into that, though.
True. Rank C. That's a bit embarrassing.
The ranking system in Colors is very odd, and it's very different than most other Sonic games. Because it's not based so much on time, or really execution or things like that, it's on points.
Yeah,
which you usually get from using the wisps or killing enemies and things like that. So you have to do very specific things to get high ranks. Either that or finish the level extremely fast to get the high bonus from that.
Yeah, which, like, I appreciate that it doesn't just hand them out to you like Generations and Forces do, but still.
Yeah. I say that, but the ranking system for the bosses is based entirely on time.
Do this the hard way or the easy way?
You don't get things for S ranking levels except for bragging rights, I suppose. Satisfaction.
Chronic headaches if you don't get the S, maybe?
Yeah, if you're a perfectionist, then I guess that would bother you.
I tend to not worry too much about score. I tend to just want to get the run down as clean as I can.
Yeah. This is a game where I definitely care more about execution than getting a certain rank. Just because the S ranks, again, require such specific things.
Yeah, like to the point where you're most likely going to have to arbitrarily slow yourself down to get a better rank. Which kind of, if you're trying to show off the game, you don't want to do that.
Like back there, you could have slowed down to get a drill wisp and made the fight go a little bit faster.
Could have, didn't think of it.
Eh.
I usually end up doing this fight the wrong way, to be honest, but either way, I got his first phase down.
It's not actually a really difficult fight, so it doesn't really matter.
If anything, it's a little bit fiddly if you don't do the drill thing, but it's not that bad either way.
You also kind of have to know where the drill wisp is to really be able to go for it consistently. Well, I mean, that statement seems a bit obvious in retrospect, but it's probably not something you're going to randomly run into.
Okay, talking about how easy this boss is and I fuck up and die, but yeah.
Yeah, when he's jumping around a bit more.
Yeah.
Is this villain just aspiring to be Jack Sparrow?
Okay, well, I've got the drill wisp this time. I might save it for the second phase, honestly. Yeah, I did die in Sonic Colors. I am well aware of the fact that I died in Sonic Colors while being over the age of 6. That is kind of pathetic.
I mean, not really. If you game over...
I could throw a lot of shade towards someone right now, but I won't.
Tom, we used the donation to finish up the rest of Richie's incentives, and then we put the rest to Knuckles.
That's not fair, OJ Legend. That's brilliant.
OJ Legend says in the chat every time Flame dies, an anime girl dies.
That's cruel.
Do we get to pick the anime girls?
No. Well, there I go, completely wasting the drill by missing.
Well, apparently OJ is picking this time. It's Kuroneko.
To be fair, Kurono's best girl.
So either he's killing all the best girls or he's doing some hardcore thought patrol.
Well, she brave shit thought, so, you know.
See, I don't think it's embarrassing that you died on Sonic Colors. I think it's embarrassing that you used the drill wisp and then you missed.
How about we agree that both of those things were embarrassing and then never mention them again?
Nope.
Oh.
I suppose your ring count does factor into the boss score as well. But most of it's going to come from your time.
True. Although I will say, even though I managed to die and then miss with a drill whisk, it was still the BBBE.
Well, first, remember this translation stuff.
The cutscene said so.
100%.
Trust me, I remember.
I mean,
These aliens are made up of a really
You can't argue with that.
no, I don't really have anything to say to that.
Like a battery?
no.
Yeah, true. Everything you say here is going to be put up on YouTube forever.
Yeah, but Tom needs me to handle the uploads. Would be a shame if something got clipped out.
Body odor. Anyway, it seems an evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy nose hair!
Okay, apparently next time I get to decide which anime girl dies, so let me just get up a list of these school day girls. School days is fucking trash.
Don't most of them die in the series anyway?
Spoilers, but there's a lot of shit that goes wrong.
I mean, if you don't know what school days is by now,
Wow, true.
why do you care?
Yeah.
Hey, where are you going?
To find Baldy McNosehair, of course. I'm totally calling him McNosehair.
What's wrong with a baldy nose hair joke?
Next stop, the Sweet Mountain. Next stop,
I think
Oh, no, I have no thing, but damn it.
I think people just dislike it because of how much it's repeated. It's even brought up again in Lost World for no reason.
It was a throwback.
Yeah, I think it's okay in this game. It's the tone of the writing in Lost World that makes the joke just that much worse, though.
Yeah, true. Look, it's that, like, minute straight of automation. Am I being judged for my level order?
Oh look, that level that was that racetrack that was on All Stars Racing Transform.
Mm-hmm.
Fun racetrack in that game.
This is one of my favorite levels just to look at, because everything's so vibrant and colorful.
Yeah. Probably looks like shit on the stream right now, but still.
Yeah, it does mess with the bitrate a bit, because everything's moving around and changing colors and all that, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. Oh, true. There we go. Also, this level does have the problem of having the cube wisp, which is easily the worst fucking wisp.
Yeah, it's easily the clunkiest.
It's incredibly situational as well. You can't really just make use of it outside of the use the cube here sections.
Yeah. I mean, most of them are kind of like that.
Well, no, stuff like laser and that you can use to just boost yourself across shit and whatnot. Like drill, it works on ground and water, and I don't know, it just feels like maybe the most arbitrary situational wisp.
I feel like some of them can be used anywhere, like drill and hover, but they're kind of only useful in certain places.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So they kind of fall in the same boat. But I think cube is just the most boring because it doesn't really do anything for Sonic specifically. It just kind of, it's just an arbitrary thing that lets you get through part of the level that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
Yeah, and when you use it, it really slows everything down as well.
Yeah, because you've got to stop for so long to actually use it.
It's the middle one, I remember this part.
It's, come to think of it, it's basically a P-switch from Mario.
It basically is, yeah.
And yes, the middle one is the one that takes you to the end, but you already know that.
Yeah.
You gonna skip this section?
I did it the ground level way.
You didn't have enough boost to get through, I think.
Nah.
Yeah, you can boost all the way to the end and not have to deal with the waiting for the crushers, but you have to slide at the end or else you still get crushed.
Yeah.
That's something I figured out a long, long time ago before I even thought about speedrunning this game.
Get the extra life that I clearly actually need in this game.
Like, how many lives do you have?
11 right now.
So, when I was making a save file for this game that I could practice my speedrunning on, because I was doing the egg shuttle, not the story mode,
Yeah.
I actually almost gave it game overed a few times.
Ow. Oh, well, just from practicing.
Yeah, because I was practicing some of the actual tricks
Oh, fair one.
just while I was going through, so... Because some of them are pretty easy to figure out, and some of them are things that I already sort of knew how to do, because I've just been playing colors so much ever since I got it.
Yeah.
And some things I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, and ended up dying when I was attempting it.
Yeah.
You know, for a second I thought you fell into a bottomless pit.
I know what I'm doing, except for this part where it's very hard to get through without getting twatted, as I found when I tried to record this a while back.
Yeah. If you use the cube to slam down there instead of falling normally, it kills the enemy.
It does if you land in the right spot. I did have some dud takes where I ended up doing that, but I was a little bit too far to the right, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Ah, it's this gimmick.
You know, I never really paid attention to it until now, and I feel stupid for not noticing it because it's incredibly obvious. But a lot of the ships that you can see in the background and the ones on the world map, stage map, hub, I don't know what you would call it. A lot of the ships are shaped like constellations.
Yeah, the shape of the things are a lot more prominent in the All-Stars Racing Transform version, admittedly.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Like I've always seen them, like the archer in the background and the bull, but never really connected to the fact that they would be constellations, which seems very, very obvious in retrospect. And it's just one of those things that's like, how the bloody hell did I miss that?
Yeah,
Also, yes, an American, just said bloody hell.
you're learning.
I'm training him well.
Good.
Soon he will know the good things about tea.
Yeah. See, they can be fixed.
Tea should always be cold and sweet.
No.
No,
The sweet part maybe, but you don't have cold tea. That's just wrong.
we're still going to teach him how to spell properly.
That's good. Yeah, we did have a bit of a debate while I was sound testing about how to spell this game's name properly. There is a U there, and if you disagree, you're wrong. Sorry, just gotta say it.
Well, there's no U on the game in Twitch's database.
Yeah, but
And it
Twitch,
looks
you're
like
wrong.
there's not one in the stream title right now either.
Well, that's because
Yeah,
we
that's
had
because they're wrong.
yeah.
Mecha Shadow KX in the chat says, I'm British and I like cold tea.
Well, you're doing it wrong, just gotta say. Fuck. Okay. Who's gonna die this time?
And how's it pretend brainwashing? I'm not brainwashing Spar.
No, just fixing him.
Don't want to be fixed. In any definition of the word.
I didn't realise until I said it. See, one thing that Colours does that I'm not a fan of during sections like where I was just a second ago is it has this tendency to really zoom out the camera, which is fine most of the time, but given this is just a 4EP game, it becomes very easy to lose them.
Yep.
It's a little bit annoying at times.
Yeah. I will say I don't have as much trouble with that because I like having my camera zoomed out in almost every game I play. I like being able to see everything that's going on.
I like to be fairly close, and especially when you got a small character like Sonic.
Yeah.
It's very easy to lose him, and it doesn't help as well that the Wii U upscales the game but doesn't add any kind of anti-aliasing, so you just got a big cluster of white around him.
Yeah.
Which,
That's why you play on the Wii.
yeah, which probably looks fine on the stream, given I've since like shrunk it down a little bit to try and work around that, but you know.
Do the runner or the co-coms like milk in their tea? My British friend from
Yes.
university got me hooked on it.
I could go either way. I like both.
Considering I don't drink British tea, I can't answer that.
It really depends on the type of tea, because yes, some teas are just better without milk.
Oh, I'm usually bog standard cheap shit, so I can go either way.
What do you mean Spa has good taste?
Are you alright?
Deimos was answering the question and said, Flame and Nat are British and Spar has good taste.
Are you insinuating that British people don't have good taste?
Be wrong if you did. Why did I jump there? This is really not going well.
I mean, true, but
You almost made it back.
Almost ain't good enough.
then you have a good point, Damius, but you're still saying that I have poor taste because, and that Kappa face just means that you're not being honest.
Yeah. Let's just not slander the Brits.
Hey Richie.
Hey Richie. Mecha, I like Earl Grey, and sometimes, occasionally, I like chai.
I'm on whatever the hell my parents get on the cheap at any given moment.
I believe Earl Grey is, or at least was at one point, I'm not sure if it still is, was Tom's favorite. When he was always asked that question.
I don't keep
Several
up
years
with
ago.
the law.
Yeah.
Or maybe he told me and I ignored him one or two. Okay, we have some actual 3D here.
Do we know who sent that $200 donation a while ago?
That was Loki, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Loki.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was Loki Vex, I believe the name is. Yep. There's Loki.
just not like this particular 3D section. I can feel it dipping.
There is a lot of stuff here.
Okay, did anyone else get put on the chopping board for me dying in the game?
OJ is asking something about a question. Which school days girl dies? He's asking you, or she.
The Bixie one. The one that offers the practice and ends up trying to steal the dude. Forget her name, because honestly who remembers anything from that fucking series other than me bullshit.
Also, I mean, like, the bitchy one probably isn't real specific for that series either.
Well, true, but like the main Bixie one.
One sec, I'm looking it up.
Have you ever seen that beautiful series, Nat?
No, but I've heard of it. I think I like watched the YouTube videos like school days like abridged.
Is it just a compilation of like the dude fucking the chicks and then the ending?
No.
Because I mean that's all there is to note really.
Is it Sekai Sayonji or something like that?
Sounds sort of familiar, so maybe it's a car.
Damos is saying this is a shameful run. I should break the game and make you restart if you can't manage to get all the red rings.
Let's not do that.
Pretty sure you can't get all the red rings unless you come back with the later wisps.
Yeah, you do have to go back for things. One of the reasons why I'm not doing it aside from my laziness.
Damos is also asking which Shinmai Mao girl is your favorite.
Mio.
Okay. I don't know anything about that series, so...
Big titty redhead. That's what you need to know.
Fair enough. I could hear a little bit of a bleed through on the mic there.
Okay, let's move myself back a little bit. No, it shouldn't go now. It's where I leaned forward for a drink and then didn't think to move back again.
He did answer the question about Shinmai Mao.
Let's wait for first to it other than molestation anime, god damn it. Not that that's entirely inaccurate, but still.
Tails, is that you humming?
Sonic, look out!
Foreplay anime?
That's also appropriate, to be fair. It's not my fault they cut as soon as the good stuff happens.
Shadow Reaper, you can only do the Lightspeed Dash as the Hover Wisp. And pretty much any ring you can Lightspeed Dash. It's actually a way that you get to conserve some of your hover meter in some sections to let you go further.
Yeah. So this is one of the 2 times they've cut us out of the Sonic vs Tails battle. This and the Tailsman section from Lost World.
Enjoy it all you can.
Oh, I will. In fact, the only way to make this better would be to have you two fight.
Come on, Tails.
What is Mecha Shadow asking for a HFC
You
come
wanna
off?
do this?
Can't quite see.
Ruben Thief, I believe.
Alright, maybe. Don't want to promise, but maybe.
Tails, buddy, are you all right?
Huh? Where am I? Why is my nose hair tingling?
Lousy, cheap alien energy. Huh? Ran out of juice. Well, I'll get more. Lots more. And then I won't just
Sonic
control
Battle
one
don't
little
count.
rock, but the whole universe. In the meantime, enjoy the park. I'll leave you your own private tour guide.
Man, I really thought I would have more to say about colors, but maybe it's because I've played through and streamed this game 60 billion times, I kind of ran out of things to say about it.
It's fine, it's a stream. As long as the game keeps going, it's
I
fine.
have streamed this game more times than any other I think I've ever played on stream.
Yep, fair one.
Because it was just, it's so easy to go through.
Anyway, here's the Starlight Carnival boss, which is there. It does get basically reused later as well. So
All of them do.
yeah, it's, don't really.
I mean,
I don't think that one, the what do you call it, the Sweet Mountain one does, but
it does. It's just you're underwater instead of being on Sweet Mountain.
yeah, that feels
It's a pirate boss. I mean, you also use the drill wisp in that one, so.
Yeah, true, but it just feels a bit more different compared to this and this one's race skins, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, all of the bosses in the second half are just kind of reskins, I guess, of bosses from the first half.
Yeah.
Usually requiring different mechanics or different wisps.
Having Planet was fun, which is basically the same type of thing.
Yeah, you can use, I mean, there's a little bit more to it. There's more stuff in the way, and you use spikes instead of laser.
Takes 20 seconds rather than 10.
So one of the things you can do to increase your score in levels like this is constantly quick stepping side to side.
Yeah, I'll do
Because you
that
get a
now.
bonus up to a certain point, which is silly.
Yeah, it's very silly.
Hey, Sonic, did you give the guide your complaint?
Oh, I gave it to him pretty good. Yacker.
According to Neo, who's just totaled up all the donations so far today,
Well, it wasn't easy.
we've raised,
We know Eggman is going to
if he does his math right,
mind control.
$649.62.
Oh, nice, that's quite a lot.
Eggman is getting
Mhm.
these aliens?
We had a couple people putting in $200 donations, which really helped, I think.
Well, definitely, yeah.
Was using burps to do it.
He is pretty gassy. Maybe the smell would knock him out? I don't know. Something doesn't seem right with that.
That's what I said. It made no sense. Then,
The joke about Tails' translator thing not working properly, it's stupid, but it looks so charming, I don't even care.
That's a relief.
tell me about it. So basically, Eggman is using 5 tractor beam generators to hold their planet in orbit while he scoops the aliens all up.
Hold a whole planet?
Well, it's tiny, but still, yeah.
Okay, fine. 5 generators? Well, I've already leveled 2.
So, if my math is correct, that leaves us 3 more of those bad boys to take out.
Nobody said there'd be math, but I'm with you, buddy.
I think the translator joke is probably brought up a little bit too much.
Once I start
Maybe.
moving, I don't need
I think it's kind of just the running joke that doesn't really die until the end. And they could have probably come up with some other stuff. Like, I think it's less obnoxious than the baldy nose hair thing for some reason, but it's also brought up just a little too much. And probably works better in the Japanese
Maybe.
with the translations and stuff. I don't know.
Where is your new voice chip?
Got it right here, sir. Just need to
Okay, but how do you feel about the Cubit's voice joke?
I was actually just about to bring that up. I think it's actually probably my favorite running joke in the game.
I'm tempted to agree there, honestly.
Anything could have
Yeah.
been more annoying than that cowboy chatter.
feeling shipshape with me new voice chip I am. I'm begging your pardon, Squire, but me and me matey are gonna sail off and search for that lubber Sonic. I think that's the wrong chip.
Really? Are you sure he doesn't normally speak in pirate?
Beautiful.
On the bright side, he's much more exotic now.
Just go find him and fix that. Shortly, I will have no need for those idiots.
Yeah, that's true,
In just a
talking
few
about.
hours, Sonic's world will be under my control. When it is, it will be the
So I
crown
found the
jewel of my
video
amusement
I
park.
watched about
The
this like
greatest
school
amusement
days in
park
like
in
30
the
seconds.
Alright.
I think I
Like,
pulled it so hard I pulled a
I'm
muscle.
gonna link it if anyone's interested.
Yeah, okay.
I found it amusing.
Yeah, like, School Days is just so... Like, I know it's low-hanging fruit, but fuck it, I don't care.
I think I watched an OVA for it many years ago. It was like a 1-episode thing, and that's all it was, or maybe 2 episodes. I can't remember.
I think there were a couple of OVAs. I know there's the one where they're in the fucking like magical girls suits for some reason. Other than that, I can't remember whether there was another one or not.
And I remember watching it and just being like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. It has literally nothing to do with the source material, nothing to do with the VNs. It's just fucking bizarre.
Well, I mean, I didn't watch the one you were talking about. It was pretty much the normal story.
Oh, right.
What I definitely watched was definitely as much of the normal story as School Days can actually be normal.
Well, yeah.
I think Flame agreed with that earlier, Shadow Reaper, that the Generations version of the music was better. For Planet Wisp.
No, I actually prefer the Colours version of this.
Okay.
It's Tropical Resort, I prefer the Generations version of it.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Get it, boy!
I like Planet Wisp in this game, and in Generations it is without a doubt the worst level in the whole game.
Agreed 100%, it's fucking boring.
And that says a lot since I hate Crisis City.
Oh, I like Crisis City in Gens.
I mean, I'm just not really... I mean, it's 06, but I don't enjoy it, and I don't like the music, so...
Oh, I have got in the habit of usually playing HFC when I'm playing that stage, to be fair.
I've never really bothered with the alternate music tracks, so that's probably got something to do with it.
Yeah, it's one of the only ones where I have like a serious pick for it. Like, usually me fuck around involves with, like, say, having a new venture over Crisis City or over Perfect Chaos or something like that.
So there's a quick way to get to the Skull Ring. Are you gonna do it? Nope. As soon as I saw you go forward.
My way worked.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubting that. You can use the spikes to go under that platform and just go around to it.
Yeah, but I went the safe route.
Yeah. I remember during the Respawn Point Sonic Marathon, I was trying to tell whoever was playing this how to get that because they kept dying on that part. Somehow. I don't really remember what they were doing, but they died a few times. And I was trying to explain that they could use the spikes and go under.
Oh, right, and just not communicating very well through text.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I usually take safe routes and things like this, but that's because I'm a bit of a coward.
Yeah, I mean, the number of times that I've played this, I know a lot of the fast routes.
Well, I've played this.
Not as many as I thought I knew after learning some of the speedrun stuff, but yeah.
Oh, didn't they have to put one of the most annoying things from Sonic 1 in as the throwback here? And it's even more annoying than the fucking Spring Yard Zone variant of it as well. also something that I need to get in a habit of not doing, and that's accidentally wall jumping when I don't mean to wall jump.
Yeah. I mean, I have that problem in Hat in Time, but for a very different reason.
Alright.
Why do the eyes on those pots remind me of Mike Wazowski?
I really wish I could stop yawning.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Why are you yawning? It's not even late where you are.
No, it's not. I'm just yawning a lot. I should probably go get a drink soon.
Yeah, that might help a little bit. AJ Legend saying, what's your favourite character in Hero Academia? I have never watched it, never read it.
Oh. Okay.
You guys got any preferences?
I have also neither watched nor read.
Alright. Why do all those QTEs sound like Discord notifications? I'm sorry, Neo.
I've only watched like the first season of Hero Academia and I don't really have a favourite.
I do kind of want to watch it at some point. I also have the manga saved on the site that I use, so I can get to reading it at some point. But yeah, it's just not something I had the chance to get into yet.
Sonic may have just died.
May have, yeah. It seemed like there were some boxes down there in that cave that you could possibly get to. I've never seen those.
Same. I don't normally fuck up this much on this section, so... Yeah, well, made it this time. Not in the most optimal route, but hey.
I think everyone in the chat's just judging me right now.
I
Or at
fucking
least I am.
I deserve it because it's Sonic Colors.
I mean, I'm just judging you the whole time, and you already know that, so... You're doing... I won't say bad. You're doing mediocre at a game that I'm good at, so of course I'm going to judge you.
Oh,
I mean, you have absolutely earned that right.
Let's see, my favourite non-stream anime. Well, favourite non-mainstream anime. Would be Ancient Magus Bride, if that counts.
I don't really know what constitutes mainstream anymore.
It's kind of hard given everything's kind of on equal footing these days, because it's not that hard to get hold of anime now.
Yeah.
Probably Gaku and Babysitters. That was freaking adorable.
Alright.
Not really sure in terms of anime. I quite like Ancient Magus Pride as well, although I haven't actually seen to the end of last season.
I'm not really sure how I like quantify not mainstream, other than like maybe the ecchi trash that I like, but hey.
I prefer my ecchi trash in manga form.
Yeah, no, I like the animation. You get sound that way too.
The definition Davis is using for mainstream is super heavily advertised big anime.
Well, see, the thing
I'm
is,
still not really sure what would fall under that.
Probably just be stuff like One Piece, like Death Note.
Okay, so things that aren't mainstream would be like single season anime, which is what most of them are nowadays.
Basically, all I've started watching this season is the third series of 3, but other than that, like, I haven't really watched much anime at all recently, to be honest.
Alright.
Like, I wish that No Game No Life would get a freaking second season, but it never will.
Nah, it probably won't.
Everything has such a cliffhanger.
I just died again.
Well, I mean, that's understandable. You're in a section where it's very easy to die. Okay, I take that back. You did something stupid. You deserve that.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that to be fair.
You deserve every bit of what just happened to you.
Where am I? Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
definitely a way you can go with that laser. If you'd gone the other way, you could have got there faster.
But I survived, and at this point, that's all I need.
Yeah.
I think Star's just judging you for like everything.
I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't. I'm glad I keep dying in the children's video game. Suitable for ages 3 and up.
Wow, there's a lot more to that level than I remember. Mostly because I skip all of it.
Of course.
What do you mean, OJ? Like, which anime girl dies now? Like, are you playing something?
No, every time Flame dies, he chooses an anime girl that dies.
Asuka.
I think he's transforming it somehow.
What?
Making it
Ava
part of the
Asuka.
theme park.
Yeah.
But she's best over girl.
If you can hear this message, you are trespassing in an area still under renovation. If you are not,
I'm glad no one's trying to argue that.
return to the main park areas and
Never watched it, so I don't care.
She's an absolute bitch.
Looks like
Yeah,
the theme
but
of
she's
this
a good
park is
absolute
universal
bitch.
Domination and the conquest of alien races.
It's more than a theme.
I just don't like her.
Well, you're
Some
wrong.
kind of
Just
golden
saying.
intergalactic gas.
That's pretty low, even for a sleazeball like Eggman.
some displacement of indigenous aliens and destruction of natural resources may occur. Eggman Enterprise is not responsible.
You getting any of that?
Yeah, they're totally.
Even OJ Legend is saying Asuka's great.
Okay, fine. What about that girl from school days? I forgot her name again.
I think that's already gone to the slower.
Oh.
Sakura.
How did somebody do that?
Yeah, that'll do.
They're saying it was either ice cream or
I don't really care which Sakura from which series, just pick one.
I'm gonna just pull girls' names out of my arse.
I mean, I had one in mind, but it could apply to so many characters.
I'm going to put a stop to these renovations.
Best Ava girl is Nagisa. Oh my god.
I'm gonna assume that he means Sakura from Naruto.
That is the one I have in mind, yeah.
I've never ended up in that particular hell.
You're probably better off for it.
I get that vibe.
That reminds me, OJ, I should get back to watching the new season of Card Captor Sakura.
I've never watched that either, to be honest.
I watched some episodes of it, but way back when it was on Toonami.
No,
Didn't
like,
really have a
it's-
clue what was going on.
it's a pretty good show. Then again, I like magical girl anime, so...
Mhm.
I like the concept of magical girl anime, although I think the only series I can properly say I've watched was actually the 4Kids dub a long time ago of Tokyo Mew Mew, or Mew Mew Power.
Okay.
I love that, it's stupid, but I love it. There's no one in these sections, let's be careful. Should have used the hover wisp there, but didn't.
Overlord Kirby Omega says Sega should make a Sonic Modern collection in the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, including this game, because I really do want to replay this game again.
Okay, for a PC release, I'll be down for that.
I mean, if the modern collection would include things like Unleashed Generations and 06, I'd probably be okay with that, because I'd like to see those games in like some console that can actually play them.
There's a reason why I want these on PC, it's so they're not fucking gimped by the consoles that they're trying to run on.
Yep.
Okay, let's ignore the fact that I died in the same spot twice.
I mean, it's because you're not getting the hover wisp, though.
I know, I keep making the same stupid mistake. So let's maybe fix that this time.
You're just putting OJ Legend on the spot every time you die, because they have to pick someone.
Maybe if we lose the murderous tendencies, you won't have to worry about that.
Should I just get a list of anime girls and just pick one at random?
Instead, fuck it, Nico's dead.
What?
I don't know who Nico is.
Probably talking about Love Live, Nico.
Okay. Mr. King Jacob says, good, take that GTA 4. I tried to play that, I have it, and it won't fucking run on my computer.
I just really don't care for GTA, it's just not my kind of game.
I want to like it, because the games can be very good, but I can't really get into them. I mean, granted, the only one I've really tried to play was GTA 3, but still.
I like the original GTA. Like that was fun to mess about with.
The top-down one?
Yeah.
I was trying to be clever there, but I jumped from the wrong spot.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
No, I'm not too far off, thankfully. There we go.
This is one of the sections in the game that really highlights one of the biggest issues that I actually do have with colors, and it's the fact that double jump and homing attack are on the same button.
Oh yeah, that can be a little bit annoying.
So when you're trying to double jump from those platforms, you end up accidentally homing attack an enemy, and then you have about a half second of, whoa, where the fuck am I? Instead of, oh hey, I made it to the platform.
What's that one girl with the red hair and violet eyes with a brother complex? The only one I can think of off the top of my head that fits that description is Mio from Shinmai Naruto.
I know for a fact these guys are getting harder and harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park are, as far as you know...
So yeah, like, after a while you do lose track of all the sister anime you've watched.
All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down...
I feel like that's not really a problem you should have.
Well, I mean, it happens. Oh, it's the line coming up.
And I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me. We can save a lot of time and broken robots if you just quit now. You try to be
As much as I do kind of like the writing in this game, that whole sequence has never been funny to me.
It's like one of my favourite lines from the game. She probably says a lot, but
Tiger Mike says, that line is especially good when you play on a modded Wii.
sure. My Wii itself is modded, but I'm not playing it on that right now.
You actually did that boss pretty well. You prevented it from going into its laser phase.
Yeah. Play good for a bit, give me time to think.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure.
These guys are getting harder to beat after he beat it in 25 seconds.
We both knew how this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot. See, the important thing here is...
See, this is funny to me as well, but I know a lot of people don't like it.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget
I don't
about
mind
the
this
whole
scene.
dead robots thing, right?
Nope.
I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on. I've seen you save the day a lot of times, but I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
So, reminder, guys, while Colors is going, we still have a raffle going on for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on Steam. $1 donation gets you an entry, and you know, every dollar in your donation gets you an entry, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
So you still have a chance to win that. So the next place we're going to is probably going to be Aquarium Park, which is my least favorite level in this game. Because I just don't think the water controls work that well.
Yeah, but it has the best, like, drowning theme out of all the Sonic games.
Well, it's not specific to Aquarium Park. There's other places in the game you can drown.
Yeah, I kind of like Aquarium Park for what it is, but I actually think this does do a better job with water controls than a lot of Sonic games.
Well, yeah. Like, you can only polish a turd so much.
Yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from, but like, to me, it's one of them that, like, if you sort of know what you're doing, then you'll be alright with it.
I think it's also a thing where they work fine casually, but if you're trying to go very fast and, you know, get through the game super fast and stuff like that, it doesn't work quite as well.
Yeah, very true.
Now I'm reminded of FF14, like in Groovy Sea.
Yeah. One of the areas in the latest expansion, well, pretty much most of the latest expansion to FF14 is very Oriental and especially Japanese themed.
Mm.
So there's quite a lot of this kind of architecture around.
Yeah, but is it underwater?
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
there's actually quite a lot that's underwater.
Oh, right.
Because they added swimming and especially underwater swimming to the game.
Mm. I've seen so much stuff from 14, despite literally not giving a single fuck about it. It's quite incredible, honestly.
Well, I mean, that's just because you're friends with a lot of people that play it.
Well, yeah.
I will say I do quite like the Aquarium Park music. I like all the music in this game, to be honest. I don't think there's anything I really dislike.
Damus, they probably are going to try taking on Rathalos when it comes in.
Yes, FF14 and Monster Hunter World are having a crossover event in both games.
Alright.
Monster Hunter added the Behemoth boss that's famous throughout several Final Fantasy games, and they also added armor that's similar to the Dragoon class from 14.
Alright.
And FF14 is adding the Rathalos fight, which includes a lot of Monster Hunter style mechanics that are different from the way they are in the actual game.
Nah, okay.
So, pretty cool stuff. We'll definitely be giving it a try.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you got the sidestep section down. That was important. Go up here, I think. Oh wait, no, this is where the goal is. I always confuse what's where in these underwater sections, to be honest.
The first and fifth stages, I think, in Aquarium Park, the gull rings underwater like this.
Hmm.
The fifth one's much worse because it also has a lot of stuff. It has like fans that glow.
Yeah, they are
Will,
incredibly annoying.
Will stop you. And it's the main reason that I kind of don't like Aquarium Park, because of the end of that level.
Yeah, well, that's one little bit out of the whole world, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's this level that I quite often die stupidly on a lot.
Like, if I do get Monster Hunter World, I'm probably going to get it on the PC when it comes out.
I'm not really interested in Monster Hunter at all. I've tried one of the games and really did not enjoy myself. I think it's something that I would really have to put a lot of time in to enjoy, and there's just other games that I want to play instead.
I had that moment of truth as I saw what I'd done. You'll see what I mean. And it's like,
waiting for this. Did you use the? Yep.
I'm a fucking idiot. I really am.
Well, Misty's dead.
Ah, yes. While you were gone, OJ decided that Misty from Pokemon was the next on the chopping block, so she's gone now.
Oh, Misty was never the best Pokemon go anyway, just saying. But there's another one gone just now, by the way.
Yep, there she goes. You're gonna put OJ on the spot on this level, aren't you?
I really am, yeah.
You're not gonna have any waifus like left by the time you finish this, are you?
Oh, trust me, I will.
Mio's X-Max is saying Mio's gone.
Yeah, not fair.
What's that one girl that you like from Mirai Nikki?
Oh, Yuna,
Yuna, yeah. Well, let's put her up next.
Yeah, she's babe though. Flame will create Persona waifus in Sonic Forces if he has to. Well, depends how lonely I get, I guess.
Oh, it looks like Mio from K-On's gone. I'm guessing, I don't know. You know, be the next one.
Mio was never the best K-On girl, I can't lie. Azu's a better girl.
You have the worst taste that I have ever seen. Azusa was the worst.
You what? She's cute.
No.
She is.
No.
I'm right.
I will fight you.
Oh, come at me, bro.
I will get a plane, come over and fight you, and then spend time with my girlfriend.
Now, how does it feel knowing that beating me up is a priority?
I'm kind of hurt that I'm not priority.
Yeah, so you got yourself in trouble now. Was it worth it, Spar?
I'm cancelling my ticket.
X-Max says, newsflash, Flame has terrible taste. What was your first clue?
Damn it. My taste is objectively perfect. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have it.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Really though?
Oh, I mean, if it helped me sleep at night, I might be a lot healthier.
After you know, the one to die will be Neptune.
Oh, Nep. She's a good girl.
I think I heard my cat meowing.
No.
She might be hungry.
Maybe you should give her
I hope
some
someone
food,
else
then.
in the house takes care of that.
Isn't she always hungry?
Yes. She also always has food out. Which makes me question how she's always hungry.
Yeah, well, maybe you should put the food somewhere more obvious. And feed it to her, save her the effort of leaning down.
Welcome back, TJ.
Welcome back.
Nice to see names I remember. Nice to see new faces as well. Or new names, I guess. There's not really faces involved here.
I mean, some people have a profile picture if you click on their thing, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but who does that?
You should probably go check on your cat.
No, I think she's fine. She's probably trying to get into my room because I've had the door closed.
Let her in! She wants a cuddle.
I mean, it's not closed all the way. She can push it open if she wants to get in.
We'll make it easier for her. So I'm saying completely spoil your cat right. That was a complete waste of my time.
I mean, because otherwise she'll find some way to get revenge.
Cats are smart like that.
You just find that your router's just switched off.
I'm aware I'm doing this in the most awkward way possible.
Well, I mean, you wasted the first laser, so...
It's fine, there's 2 more. 3 more even, I think. Probably should have saved some boost, given it makes the next section a lot easier, but hey.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
See, I'm not sure what happens, but whenever I do this path with the lasers, my camera screws up and it goes behind Sonic. Yeah, there's a cat in my room, and she just tried to climb up.
Bless it.
Come on.
That's fine, I have boost. Don't really go this way, so anything could happen here.
And yes, there is a drowning mechanic in this game.
Yeah, it just takes a little while. Because I have a cat in my lap now, and she wants me to lean back so she can sit down, but then you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Ah.
So instead, I'm just going to pet her for a while until she gets tired and runs away.
What if she doesn't though?
Then I guess I get to keep petting a cat.
Listen.
Win-win.
Basically, yeah. That was a complete waste of a laser.
I mean, yeah, most of them are like that.
Worth it, I swear. Having some trouble with this part of it.
Well, when she digs her claws into my stomach.
Oh my god, don't mess this latest message.
No, I take issue with that, Famous.
I have no comment.
Anything you say could get you in more trouble.
Yeah, I either get in trouble with Nat or get in trouble with Tom for saying something I shouldn't on stream.
After everything I've ever said on stream, do you think that's gonna be an issue?
But that's you. I don't care about you.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have to jump when I have no booster. Okay.
I'm not even sure jumping works.
No, apparently
I
it
think
didn't.
you can still get hit.
Yeah, okay, so maybe I need to just be more conservative with my boost.
Yeah, you need to be more conservative with your boost in the earlier parts of the level, I think, which doesn't matter now that you've come back at a checkpoint.
Died. Oh.
Spar confirmed not much of a pussy pleaser. Kappa face. Or Kipo, I guess it actually is. Also, yeah, apparently Yuno's dead.
Oh. Why must I keep killing those I love? There we go.
I think she's being very affectionate right now because she hasn't really seen me all day.
Bless her.
At first, X-Max, I thought you said Kirito, and I didn't question the choice at all.
Kirino's a cute little emote, so...
Why are you like this?
I honestly don't know.
What decisions did you make in your life that led you here?
Well, you see, I watched Image Show once, and that kind of set me on the course to checking out other incest anime, and that sort of fucked me up. It's fine, I only watched your stuff ironically at first.
At first.
Well, that's how it works, isn't it? Oh, I have to actually activate the springy thing before it follows me. I'd like to have realised that a bit sooner.
Oh, that was Neptune.
And that was stupid.
What'd you do?
You'll see.
You missed the rainbow rings. Yeah, I've done that before.
So who else is that now?
Fucking everyone.
OJ Legend says, after Neptune will be my favorite love life girl with Yu Watanabe.
Oh.
Or Yo? I'm not sure how that's pronounced.
Yo.
Yo, okay. It's kind of what I figured. So, that girl's dead now.
The thing is, Flame probably didn't care about those girls enough if he's still dying despite knowing that if he died that they will die.
I'm trying to get good, it just doesn't seem to happen.
Get good harder.
Trying. It's just that you people keep killing my motivation.
Oh hey, you unlocked the first of the Red Ring stages.
Yeah, that would be amazing if I cared.
So the Red Rings actually mean something in this game.
Yeah.
You need to get all of them to unlock the Sonic Simulator stages, which allow you to get the Chaos Emeralds. And you died again.
Yep. It's late, okay, that's my excuse.
Okay, so Kuroneko, the bitch from School Days, Yukako, Sakura, Haruno, Nico, Misty, Neo, Yuno, Neptune, and Yo Watanabe are all dead now.
People are actually keeping a list, alright.
Well, yeah, OJ's got the list.
I mean, that's some dedication, but I...
OJ just seems so unprepared every time you die.
You might want to get a backlog. Seems to be happening a lot. It's not as bad as that
How
one
many
colours.
waifus can one man have?
It's not as bad as that one colours are on, but hey, it's getting there.
Remember,
How about Asuka?
Oh yeah. No, she's fine.
remember, too many waifu will destroy your waifu.
Good thing I don't have a lifer as it is.
Wait, Asuna or Asuka? OJ, because they're different characters.
And I've never watched SAO, so I have no stake there. Well, I get the feeling if I watched it I could say I like it and piss everyone off, so it might be a worthwhile investment of my time.
I mean, I've heard there are definitely parts of it that are worth liking,
Right.
just not the thing as a whole.
Like, the first half of season 1 was good.
That's promising.
It,
Okay, you had enough of being petted, and now you're just running around my desk. And now you're back to wanting me to pet you.
I've got to have a quick playtime break between pet time, haven't you?
Shadow Reaper saying that having parts of SAO that are likable is like saying there's parts of the colonoscopy that are enjoyable.
Jesus. Is someone arguing that, saying there's parts of a colonoscopy that are enjoyable?
No, that's just Shadow Reaper continuing the message that he accidentally ended the first time.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Okay, so apparently Kirino is next, and after that is Ray from Eva.
Yeah, getting rid of Ray ain't really a big loss, let's be fair.
This is the level I was mentioning earlier where you have the long swimming section with the fans.
Yeah, it is a little bit fiddly.
It's just the fact that there's one right at the end.
And the fact that I've lost my airfish. Fuck, I missed that ring. Rest in peace, that ring, I guess. Oh well, hold on.
Okay, so I think Mom and Dad are eating dinner now, so he came and locked Precious in my room.
Oh.
Because she started going out there to try to get some food from them.
She could probably help with Jen.
Whatever they got, it smells good. It's making me hungry.
Oh.
Leave it to me, hungry.
To be fair, part of why that level went on too long is because I was playing terribly.
No, it just goes on too long.
I guess I'll take the credit where I can get it.
I mean, no, that wasn't saying you were doing well. It's just the level goes on too long.
Yeah, but it means that I wasn't doing terribly. And that's good for me, given how this has been going. Good question, can hedgehogs digest sushi?
Are you sure? It says somebody ordered an extra large clobbering topped with everything. Okay. Tell you what, I can't take this thing back, so I'll give you an extra large clobbering for nothing. Hope you're hungry.
After Ray will be Flame's choice, but you can't pick someone from school days this time.
Aww. So the thing is, there's not really that many chicks I don't like. See, when you have my personality, you don't really have the room to be picky. Okay then, what X-Max said.
Sakura Shinguji. I don't know who that is or what they're from.
Same. Okay, I completely forgot what I was trying to do with this boss. I think there's a drill somewhere, except using the functional statement.
The drill's in one of the missiles back in the other section.
Ah, well fuck it, I'll do it the one later.
Yeah, you gotta hit him with probably a stomp or a boost.
Trying. This may end up having a second attempt.
This is probably the most annoying boss in the game just because it's annoying whether you have the Wisp power up or not.
It's a lot easier if you have the drill. I've done that several times before without a problem. It's just when I don't have the drill, and I forgot for the first phase that I was meant to be doing that without a drill.
Yeah. There are times that he can get away from you even if you have the drill, though.
Yeah, that has happened before.
He just gets the perfect angle and moves out of the way right before you hit him.
Okay, I've got the drill this time. Nice.
Overlord, I don't think anybody likes skill days.
I have seen people try to defend it as a deconstruction of the harem genre and other pretentious bollocks like that. Granted, those people are hacks, so we ignore them, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe he is getting away from me when I have the drill. I don't know if that registered as a hit or not. Because I think you usually need to get 2 drill hits on him.
No, it's just one.
Okay, so that didn't register as a hit.
One per round.
Okay, so that didn't register. This is the longest this boss ever took me, I should say. And mainly because I keep getting hit. So there, I think that's him down. Yeah. Get all the rings. That's fine, I've never watched Gurren Lagann, so kill off anyone.
Great job, Sonic.
You know me. I aim
Okay,
to
so
please.
I've seen Gurren Lagann,
Totally pleased.
and I didn't like it.
Then go have
Okay.
a bite at the bucket of sushi.
And Yoko was part of the reason that I didn't like it.
No bounds.
Isn't she the hot one?
And that's the extent of her character.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine, but still.
Not when the series tries to play up the fact that she's supposedly important.
Oh, right.
Also, apparently, yeah, she's only 13 years old, but that doesn't really...
She's anime.
That's anime. I mean...
It's like that weird thing with characterization. They could be 12, they could also be 30.
Yeah.
I like...
She doesn't look 13.
She doesn't look 13. The fact that they said that she's 13 is just for that shock factor.
Okay, maybe I don't like that Homin as much.
And the girls in Sailor Moon are all in middle school. You almost saved that.
It sure was a thing that happened.
Yeah, but at least in Sailor Moon it was more believable.
Well, I mean, that arguably makes the problem worse.
I mean, the reason that I didn't like Gurren Lagann is because every fight in the series was just kind of, let's go bigger, let's go bigger, let's go bigger, and, you know, nothing really ever changed aside from that.
Shout out to
Whereas
Best
Kill la
Whisper,
Kill,
by the way.
which was the same studio, actually wasn't that much better in terms of how the fights progressed, but it was at least a little bit more enjoyable to me. Also, I wasn't really a fan of most of the characters in Gurren Lagann.
Frenzy is my favourite Wisp, just saying.
I mean, yeah, it was satire, but it also wasn't enjoyable satire. Also, yeah, Frenzy's pretty cool. It does a lot of cool things in the earlier levels once you have it available.
And it just makes you a big bitey monster, which is satisfying in its own right.
Yep.
That's
I think my biggest problem with Gurren Lagann was just the second half of it.
Alright.
Basically, the first season is spent fighting one guy for a specific reason, and I thought that was perfectly fine, and it should have just stuck with that, because then it went, you know, pants on head crazy and started adding 60 billion other things to the story, including a new girl that replaced the main character's affection overnight as if the previous girl didn't exist.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I just didn't really care for it. I enjoy Kill la Kill much more.
See, I never got into Kill la Kill. I found it a bit too far on the wacky random thing. That might have been just me not clicking with it because it was a few years ago now. But
How far did you get?
about 7 episodes in, I think.
That's about right. Kill la Kill is another case where the second half kind of adds a whole lot of things to make the previous villain not as much of a villain as they were before. But I think it does it in a better way.
Yeah, fair.
It also doesn't really have any of the romance that Gurren Lagann had, so there's none of that. It obviously has a lot more of the lewdness, though, so...
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the plot points are just as contrived and silly, though. So, I mean, it's all personal preference when it comes down to things like that. And yeah, there is the apt comparison of Kill la Kill to Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog.
I have heard that a lot, yeah.
I've not watched Another World with my smartphone.
Same.
I've heard of it. It's pretty much exactly what it says in the title, as far as I can tell. It's just an isekai, except a guy has a smartphone.
Yeah, original anime.
I mean, the concept's been done before in a whole bunch of other series anyway.
I got pushed off by the Eggman Land blocks.
It happens. I mean, not to me, but...
That's it, keep bragging.
No, I've died to those things quite a lot, especially when trying to do, like, fast tricks and skips and things like that. It's just something you deal with.
Yeah, it's a game of time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there goes Kira now.
How are we doing for donations so far, folks?
Okay, so that death was entirely your fault.
It was, yeah.
Doesn't look like we've had any new donations.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think we actually have anyone in the Sonic Adventure raffle right now, so if you want to get those games, you better donate. Just putting $1 means you automatically win right now, so... if you want Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on Steam, all you need to donate is $1. Also, I mean, you're helping charity, there's that too.
Yep. Don't take this careful, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to die again. Yeah, it's that part.
Because you don't want to lose another life.
Precisely for that reason, yeah.
Yes, I believe he did die twice back then, so it sounds like Ray is dead as well.
Yeah. That's what it's always about.
What if none of them are good?
If you think that, you're wrong.
I mean, even that's kind of still up to personal preference, X-Max, because a lot of people don't like One Punch Man for that exact reason. Personally, I love it, but there are a lot of people that don't like the concept of One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is a thing that it does what it says, and it only comes down to whether you like that one particular concept as a recurrent thing.
I think if Season 2 gets far enough into the series, it's going to be very interesting because a lot of more interesting characters and plot lines come up that don't actually involve Saitama that much.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's going to be really cool. It's probably not going to get as far as I've read in the manga, but I think it'll at least get far enough to show a lot of new interesting characters and developments and stuff that aren't just, hey, Saitama punched something and it died.
Never been a fan of this section, not gonna lie.
Yeah, this one's pretty rough.
It's really fiddly.
It's really easy to get clipped by these and just get knocked off even when you thought you were safe as well.
Yep. far, but okay. Yeah, that's a hit, isn't it? That was a stupid jump on my part. Got 3 pending deaths. They'll probably go quite quickly now, given the part we're at.
Yeah, we're definitely on probably the most difficult area in the game. Asteroid Coaster is definitely where it starts throwing a whole bunch of stuff that can kill you without even really trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, X-Max, there definitely was a point where Saitama was weak. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was like only 2 years before the series began that he was weak and he became strong in that time, or something like that. There were some OVAs done, I'm not sure if they're canon, that show some of the time in between that. What happened?
You will see. I just got the homing attack.
You just kind of hit the club and fell over, the enemy didn't even swing.
Yeah. I saved him some effort, so I achieved something there. I didn't realise if you boosted, the thing doesn't catch up with you boosting, so that's my excuse for that particular death.
Yeah. There was death, and there was just another one.
Just 2 deaths in quick succession.
Yep.
Yeah, at least I'm consistent.
Hey, you might actually run out of lives.
I'm not gonna run out of lives.
If you,
Jinx that now.
Oh
if
yeah.
you game over, does an entire series die?
Do I get to pick the series?
No. That would be unfair.
I know.
So the first death was your choice, and the second one was Yoko.
Okay. I don't even know who someone pick.
I don't know anime girls.
See, that'd be
If you
hard.
game over, if you game over, you have to delete 10 leg pics from your computer or Twitter timeline forever.
See, that'd be hard if only because everything's backed up in multiple spaces.
Also, both of those girls from Neon Genesis Evangelion are gone already, Shadow Reaper. I'm not telling you my favorite girl, as far as anime goes, just for that exact reason. I mean, there are some people that know me that might be able to guess. I'm sure Nat knows.
So if Nat wants to snitch, then I'm sure that can be arranged. I just missed the goal ring in this stage.
What was that?
Is it Hinata?
No, actually. She is in top 5, though. Maybe top 3? I don't know. I'd have to sit down and make a list.
I actually have an S rank.
Nice. I mean, you get a ton of points in that level, so...
Yeah. I got 3 lives.
Yeah. Top best girl for me would actually be Yui from K-On!
Okay. As it's still
It
better.
took me 2 guesses.
I mean... Hinata's a pretty good guess, considering how much of a Naruto fanboy I am.
Anything interesting?
Also, apparently, next up is Usagi.
Don't worry.
From, I believe that's Sailor Moon.
Alright.
I think there's like
You'll have to
multiple
excuse me,
series.
buddy.
No,
I have a generator to shut
there's
down.
multiple series that have Usagi as a character, so
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna assume it's Sailor Moon.
If you get an S rank, is the girl resurrected? No, says OJ Legend.
I wouldn't be able to pick anyway.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, okey-doke.
Mm-hmm. And after Usagi is Keiko from Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is a very good series, and anyone who hasn't watched Reddit should probably go do that.
I've got these slowly moving things back.
If anyone has ever seen Hunter x Hunter but never seen Yu Yu Hakusho, they're from the same author. Arthur, yes. That's the word I was looking for. I mixed author and artist somehow. But yes, they're from the same writer. And they're both very good, although Hunter is obviously on pretty much infinite hiatus, so rip that. And not quite as good in my opinion, but you know, personal opinion, it happens. Arthur is indeed the best anime. And that is why we call it hiatus x hiatus.
Now, I know I did say there's no way I'm going to game over, but I have been picking up as many lives as I can get because I'm paranoid now.
Yeah, if you hadn't been picking up those lives, you probably would have game overed by now.
Yeah, but you see, it was my skill that gave me all of those lives, so it's justified.
I mean, you say skill, but most of them have come from just breaking stuff in the credit, or the score screens.
Yeah, skill. I broke them like a champ.
My cat's now inspecting stuff in my closet.
Okay.
She's climbed into a box. I don't remember what's in that box. Probably a lot of old technology.
Or you might just find out when it gets kicked on the floor. God, when I was recording the FlameHisWorld run on this level, this took me so fucking long to get a good rundown back in here. Just because there's so many little things that can just twat you, and especially that one mini boss that's coming later on. That's one that is very hard to gauge what's going to happen, so you kind of gotta just like, get lucky to a certain degree.
I did not know some of that, Shadow Reaper, but I did know that the writers for Yu Yu Hakusho / Hunter and the writer of Sailor Moon are married.
Oh,
Shadow Reaper goes on to say they were dating at the time of creation of the series, and during one of the arcs in Yu Yu Hakusho, a character dresses up in a sailor suit and a masquerade mask, and drops the line, "Just call me Tuxedo Common."
alright.
And yeah, that is a lot of the speculation as to why the author has not continued Hunter, is because he doesn't need to. He and his wife are incredibly rich. Welcome back.
So, how many waifus are dead now?
I
No,
don't
no, I
know if you
redeemed
lost any
myself.
while you were gone.
I redeem myself, everything's fine. Ignore me trying to bite my way off the edge.
No, OJ Legend apparently actually has a Google Doc up for all the waifus.
Oh my god. This is not my fault.
Isn't that what they all say?
Yeah, except the difference here is I'm actually innocent, believe me, trust me.
I mean, you never agreed to this, so...
True. This is a little mini boss in question. because like the first 2 hits are fine, and it's the third one where it goes super fast, that's when it's a problem. Oh well, I did it first time there, so...
Nice.
Does that redeem me?
So, we just got a $5 donation from Neo to stop the SEGAthon I want to get off.
Nice one. Does Neo run in on the raffle?
I'm not sure.
Ask it. Also ask about incentives as well.
You know, I don't like what you're doing to my friends.
Keep those devil games away from me.
So I'm gonna mess you up.
Is there any incentives you want to put it towards?
Yeah, that's right. I'm stretching.
Yeah, do one of you two want to read off the incentives that we have running so far? Because it has been a little while since we last mentioned those.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm ready. Of course, if you want to run away,
Still have the Sonic Mania Plus character bid war going on to choose who's going to be who we're going to play as during the run of that game. We also have the bid war for Knights, for Richie to sing either the regular or Sweet Snow version of Dreams Dreams, and also to choose which graphical style they'll be playing for Knights, either the Saturn or PS2 versions.
It looks like Neo wants to put it towards Mighty. You might want to check if he's done that himself or whether he's asking for someone else to do it.
I don't think it's been done yet.
Oh, but again.
Good stuff.
I didn't put my donation towards anything.
So who do you want to buff up?
I'm gonna put it towards Mighty.
Nice.
That was $30.10.
Okay, so what are our standings for the Sonic Mania characters?
Right, Sonic is at $224.69. Tails is at $215. Knuckles is at $127.12. Mighty's at $222.79, and Ray's at $21.50.
So it's pretty close between Sonic, Mighty, and Tails right now.
Nice, nice.
Remember, we also have a whole bunch more games to be unlocked during the incentive block, including Space Channel 5 Part 2, Phantasy Star Online Blueburst, Sonic World, which is part of Sonic Jam, Alpha Protocol, and Revenge of Shinobi and Shinobi 3.
That was totally the wrong time to use that rocket.
Yep, you missed.
I think there's a phase after that I meant to use it on, but I just jumped the gun a little bit. Okay, that was the camera going a little bit rapid there.
Sonic's voice was deeper in previous games, TJ, because it was a different voice actor. I don't remember exactly when they changed. I don't know if it was this or one of the storybook games that changed.
Colours was the first one to have the new cast.
Alright.
Up until Black Knight, it was the 4Kids cast. This is where I want to run. There we go.
So yeah, remember guys, we still have that raffle going on, and still no one actually entered in the raffle.
Yeah. Every donation.
$1, and you get both games for free.
I don't think anyone wants them.
That must be the case. I mean, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the codes if no one ends up getting them.
Because Because even people who've donated are just like, nope, not interested.
We've had 3 people donating, but all said they didn't want to be entered in the raffle. So I'm not really sure how to feel about this.
Sonic, you did it!
Couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
Thanks.
I really don't know what to do with the codes if no one ends up winning them.
Reroll during Mania.
Maybe we just keep the raffle open for the rest of the marathon.
Yeah, I suppose so. I already have both games.
I'd be alright with that, in all honesty.
Yeah, there's no reason why we couldn't. If we don't get any entries by the end of this run, then we could like relocate it to the end of Mania Plus. That's probably the next fitting time for it, and that's the next Sonic run.
Yeah.
Not without power flowing.
OJ is also saying that the next person to donate gets to choose the next anime girl to die.
I swear, if that gets us loads of donations when the raffles didn't.
See, that is a bit of the problem. People are saying that they already own both of the games. Yeah, I do understand that. That is a bit of an issue.
Yeah, it was like with the Bayonetta and Vanquish ones. So both of those releases are fairly recent on PC. So I think that adds a little bit more, like, I guess, grab, desire, whatever you want to put.
I grabbed the codes for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 because they were on sale. I got the 2 of them together for about $4. And I was like, man, you know, this would be a cool thing. I can give these away during the marathon. And turns out most people already own them on Steam, so...
Everyone else bought them on sale.
Yeah, it might be, where they just already had them, because they're not real expensive to begin with.
But remember folks, you can get that a lot cheaper if you want to enter in the raffle for just $1.
Keep in mind, even if you already own them, the codes can be given to someone else if you know someone that wants the games.
Looks like the aliens are happy to be going home too. I think we're in the middle of a party.
The middle?
Well, see, the thing with the DLC code is that also requires people to already have the base version of Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will already be kind of divided between people who have it on PC and people who have it on console. Especially given Mania's on fucking everything.
Also, I feel like if you had Mania, you already have the DLC, because if you had Mania, you wanted to get the DLC.
Yeah.
Well, the mind control cannon is full enough for what it has to do. I will have the last laugh.
The last laugh? How is laughing?
This is an actual funny joke.
Isn't that like being the slowest one to get the joke? Yeah, I laugh last all the time. People look at me like I'm an idiot. Forget about it.
I don't think there's that many actual dirty mods for the adventure games demos. There is one in Lost World where someone replaced Sonic's model with a 3D penis. But other than that, I haven't really seen any.
I should be surprised by that, and I'm not.
What does that even mean? Oh, never mind.
To be fair, you don't need a dirty mod for Sonic Adventure, and you can watch Sonic shower in that game anyway.
Just gonna walk over here, away from you.
I get that a lot, I don't know why.
What? Like, what did I miss? I zoned out.
I was just saying that like they're talking about dirty mods for Sonic games in chat, and I just said that you don't need one for Sonic Adventure, given you see Sonic showering in it.
Well, you're not wrong.
And Tails stands there watching, you know, just bros being bros. You know, they're just helping each other out.
OJ Legend has the right advertisement. I'm just saying, everybody, you get to help kids and kill an anime girl.
If it promotes the charity, like, is this one of them things? Does the cause, like, does the positive outweigh the negative? Because it's really a tough challenge to come up with that, like an ethical dilemma.
This can't be happening. It's backfiring. Impossible. How? Ta-da!
Does this mean the moon's mind controlled now? I mean, given what we've seen from that beforehand, probably.
Well, Silver X Lucky, to be specific, because we have a few silvers in chat. I doubt there would be any casualties because, well, the only people here are Sonic and Tails and the Wisps. And I guess Eggman, everyone else is a robot.
But robots have feelings.
I mean, Orbot and Cubot do. I don't know about the Egg Pawns.
Well, they were friendly, they said welcome to us, so, you know, they're at least kind-hearted.
They also tried to kill you with those welcome signs.
Yeah, well, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, it is, June. He changes through a few things throughout the game as a running joke.
Yeah.
He actually ends up keeping this final voice throughout his future appearances, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Or something similar to it, anyway.
When I feel the ground shaking under my feet and see plumes of dust rising and rubble tumbling and aliens running for their lives, yeah, I get it.
Noticing OBS is saying I'm using a lot more CPU streaming from the Elgato than I am when I'm actually playing games on the PC, and I would have thought that would be the other way around.
Just because the CPU is used for running the process of the capture.
I guess so. I mean, given I've been playing some fairly intense games, Vanquish and whatnot, just kind of figured that outweigh it.
Remember that those are more intensive on the graphics card than the processor.
Yeah, true.
All the encoding that has to go into the capture software for the Elgato as you run through the processor. And the intro to this level always kind of makes me a little dizzy because of the way the camera spins.
Like that now.
Maybe you shouldn't have got hit.
Good point.
Yeah, you need to get good.
Do you honestly think that's still got time to happen now? I'm on the last world.
It's never too late.
I think it actually is.
Well, you ended up getting hit because you didn't jump over the thing.
Yeah. Not my fault, someone put a thing in my way. Just keep doing this and maybe I'll accidentally kill some robots. Oh, the quick step bonus is still coming in.
Yeah.
See, this one, it prompts you to jump, but it didn't let you jump last time you fought one of these.
Yes.
Or ran away from one of these, which is really fucking weird.
Yeah, the jumping actually helps you conserve boost for the end, though. Because if you have full boost, not long after it breaks through that second wall, you can just start boosting and make it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Without having to jump anymore.
What about that?
He died.
What do you think?
Oh good, and there's no checkpoints for this level.
Thankfully it's only Shovel still.
Well, Usagi is dead, OJ says.
Yeah. I don't care for so much, to be honest. Ring speed. There you go. These things are going to catch up with me anytime soon. Oh, there we go. thing is, you don't want to get too far ahead because then you can't see which of his lasers you want to shoot.
Well, I mean, that's why you just jump and then boost, because you get so far ahead that the lasers don't reach you.
Yeah, but like for the first few attempts.
Yeah. Also, yeah, just got confirmation. The Sonic Adventure raffle is going to be open until the end of Mania. Just to make sure people can actually get in.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
So keep in mind, if anyone puts in future donations, you can list whether or not you want to be added to that raffle.
I thought I was far enough ahead. Oh, wasn't.
You die again. Yep.
Keiko's now dead. I have no idea who. Wait.
Keiko from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I don't know what that is.
We only watched a couple episodes of that now, so. Man, I'm really looking forward to going to get some food after this.
I wish I could get some food.
You don't have any?
I'm running low.
It's got the whole 1 AM thing going on right now, which makes getting food in kind of hard. Okay, I'll do it your way and jump.
Yeah, that's really the easiest way to do it. Okay, apparently if you die again, it's Yui from K-On! And then after that, OJ's thinking Suyu from Hero Academy.
Yeah. I have my rings again. I have rings now. Hope my boost lasts.
I imagine you guys heard that.
Yep. I hear Kitty. Okay, my boost didn't last long enough. I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah, you have enough boost, if the cat will get out of the way. You have enough boost to last through the end. So long as you actually take out some of the motor bugs or whatever they are.
See, I did that and I must have just gauged it and went a bit quick.
Yeah, you have to wait like 2 seconds, I think, after getting through that second wall.
Yui's dead.
Yui's gone. You've killed my waifu. You've killed my anime waifu. At least I still have my real waifu.
I have like 300 more anime waifus, so who really wins?
You haven't been listing them?
Do you think it is a smart idea for me to list people off, given the current situation? So this is called being smart.
What we should do is just delete Flame's porn stuff.
Yeah, that'd take you a little while given there's like 200 gig of it. I mean nothing.
Yeah, drive with the porn stuff.
Fuck.
I hope nothing interesting is happening on screen because my cat's in the way now.
Don't worry, it's just me fucking up. Not dying fucking up, thankfully, but still fucking up.
Yeah, Neo, I think a lot of us remember that.
Again, distracted.
Tom left the game on to go get some tea after the final boss when he was streaming it. Forgot there was a bit after the final boss and almost came over.
So many Sonics died.
I should keep doing this, this seems to be working right now.
Yeah, like if you have full boost, I think one jump after the second wall, you can just boost to the end. I think you have to avoid the first laser.
No, that works for me. That works for me.
I mean, yeah, if you get to the end.
Look at my fucking score. I've seen that happen on bosses before, not on a fucking level.
Did you get an E rank?
No, I didn't.
Oh no, you got 0.
So yeah, I know that can happen on bosses. I didn't know it could happen in that level, but that was because I did it the long way and I didn't boost, I imagine. Oh, amazing.
Time to bail.
Wish I'd got a screenshot of that. I didn't even know you could get a 0.
Yeah, I have seen it done before, but like just that was like not on an actual level.
So you can come back in.
I know you're trying to be clever with this whole amusement park pun thing, but it's just coming off lame. So just say you're going to destroy us and stop embarrassing yourself.
Curse you, Sonic! Not only do you foil my plans, but you foil my speeches as well! I work hard on them! No matter, I will destroy you, and I will be victorious! Is that better?
Like a million times better. Thank you.
This robot is special! He's powered by the energy from your little friend.
I do quite like the design of the final boss here. It's maybe a little bit on the wacky side, but having the whole frenzy motif and that, it looks fucking cool.
I have to admit I'm a little scared. I don't think
The whole boss fight's pretty nice, especially the second phase music.
It is, yeah, that Reach for the Stars orchestral version is great. I think I'm still out of all the orchestral remixes or instrumental remixes, I think HisWorld got the best one in Slice Phase 2. Yeah, it's a cool version of it.
I like how Eggman said that this machine that he made is invincible, but it's one of the first bosses in the modern era to be defeated without supersonic.
Yeah. So remember in this one, you can usually get a second hit in if you then boost as soon as you land. That does speed up the process a little bit.
Yep. Neo says, in honor of Tom, don't touch the controller after this boss for 1 life. Ah, you fucked up.
Yeah, I did miss the circle. Oh, I've got one here.
Has he got vacuum cleaners for arms?
Possibly? Oh yeah, I forgot you did that.
OJ says he won't even kill an anime girl on that death just in honor of Tom. I can hear your tapping.
Yeah. Just like to make sure that I'm going to get the jump properly on time.
Well, yeah.
And I love the Forces final boss. Yeah, they've reused this quite a bit. Reused it in Lost World as well. Oh, it's pretty cool in Lost World. Especially the music in that one.
Well, that one was neat because you had the multi-homing attack, I guess. Even though I never really figured out how that worked.
Hey, it worked. Used to know.
Fair point.
Okay, coming up to infinite colours. It's the rainbow, motherfucker. Here we go. Yeah, got an A rank. Could have been worse.
Nice. Fun fact, apparently the Wisp announcer in the Japanese version is from Kamen Rider.
Alright.
Shut up!
You even got an extra life to honor Tom with at the very end.
I'm not gonna do
score
it.
Screen of the last one. You're not gonna do it?
Like, probably. And
Oh,
die by accident anyway. What I'm like.
This might not end well.
Active terminal velocity. Does Killer Queen count as an anime goer? Not quite.
The real challenge is doing this stage with only quick steps and no jumping.
Yeah, we'll find that. Actually, there is one point where you have to jump, so yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, the jump at the end.
Looks like I disappointed Neo. Oh well.
Oh well. You got the game done. And no game overs.
Yeah, I got it done eventually.
I mean, that's the HellfireComms way. You also got it done just within the estimate.
Oh yeah, that's kind of impressive given I literally pulled that estimate out my ass with no reference.
Okay, so I just noticed in the cutscene as I was watching this, when you see Sonic being carried by the Wisps, there's a little bit of space between the blue on his chest and his arm, almost like it's a shirt with an open sleeve and not actually his body. I don't know why it's like that, but it's a little odd. Also, I just want to say, man, this game looks good in the pre-rendered scenes.
It really does, yeah. Like, I will say one thing I do notice about these scenes is they seem to have, like, I think it might be compression, but Sonic's colour looks really washed out. Like, he's not a rich enough blue in this. So it's kind of like, it does look like a compression artifact that, you know, his colour all blends together rather than having the details it ideally should. Because, like, this ending sequence here is fine, but when you see him, like, turning around earlier on in the cutscene, it's really noticeable.
Yeah.
Thank you for saving us.
You're welcome.
Oh, we have a $5
Thank you for
donation.
saving us.
It says, Hail, just wanted to say thank you for entertaining the entertaining charity stream so far, and look forward to many more. Put this towards my team in Sonic Mania.
Nice.
Awesome. Do we have a name for that one?
No.
Okay guys, if you donate and you forget to put your name in, just let us know in chat and we can give you a shout out.
Also, keep in mind, donations without a name can't really go in the raffle.
No, too, yeah.
If you happen to care about that.
Yeah,
I suppose I can put $5 down for Anonymous 1, but...
yeah, I think we need to track you down after the fact.
So if you want to be added to the raffle, let me know.
Is OJ literally just acting as a fucking hitman now?
Just an anime girl hitman.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh.
What does that bring our donation total up to? Because that's probably going to be the total for the end of the day.
$2,510.
Nice.
We do have, literally, not exaggerating, 14 minutes of game left, or credits left, that we may get something left in, so if anyone wants to get some more in before the stream goes down.
If we want to sit through the credits, we don't have to.
No, we're sitting through the credits.
Alright, I mean, it's good music.
It is.
A lot of people don't like Speak With Your Heart, but I like it.
I love Speak With Your Heart. It's like probably one of my favourite Cash Cash songs. Like it's got that early Cash Cash vibe to it, like these sort of stuff, Take It to the Floor, that sort of era. Like nowadays they're doing a lot more EDM kind of stuff, which started bleeding in around the time they were working on Generations, and it's like really full on now. But it's all good shit, I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna go completely buck wild with this here, because they let you play with it. And it's fun.
I usually just do the thing where I have Sonic run instead of messing with all the other stuff, so he's just running on the path all the time.
Yeah, you can do that, but...
Which means you're just holding the control stick for 14 minutes, which gets kind of old and starts hurting my thumb, actually, after a while.
You need some tape, just tape it down to the right.
Yeah.
Crimes against Tom, that's a new accusation to make. It's fine, he's probably gone to bed because he's weak like that. He doesn't have to know.
I mean, he was up about 15 minutes ago, he's still online, I think.
Yeah, well, I don't know, if someone in Soul Stealing Universe or something get him triggered about that and he won't notice. It's not fair, you can't kill the cute either.
Now we're at $2,510. Not quite at 3,500 yet.
Not yet, but hopefully we'll get there. Oh yeah, this is one special thing to mention about the credits. It's the only part in the game where Cube is fun. You what, Nia? No more Team Lucky? Whatever is that gonna do now? How will I get by not introducing everything by saying salutations, my fellow muckies? Yeah, Hover's kind of lame in the credits here, not gonna lie. Can't really do much.
Bit. You're just kind of hovering and hitting stuff as you hover.
What the fuck, Neo? How long until they just start making up instruments during this music section? Oh, apparently Silver Duke got a picture of my 0 score.
Nice.
Someone should send that to Tom.
Yeah, I can always say this Photoshop.
I've just shared it in the Discord.
Stop spreading fake screenshots. You don't have to do that, Oksha, it's fine. The credit for Mars the Planet. I think they're credited for something in the upcoming Sonic film, but I don't know exactly to what extent that is.
Okay.
But yeah, that Sonic film's gonna be a fucking shit show. I can't wait for it. Hey, it's not my fault I'm terrible at video games. Other than the fact that it is, because I probably should have practiced more, but hey. I have forces on the brain, can't help it. Anyone want to get any more donations in while the credits still rolling, folks? I think Shadow in the film probably wouldn't fit what they're going for. So absolutely yes, I do want to see him there. Like, I can see this thing being an absolute catastrophic disaster, and I want to embrace every second of it. I think we're coming towards the tail end of Reach for the Stars, and then I think it's the instrumental version of Reach for the Stars, and then I think that's it.
Yeah, the instrumental main theme. I'm not sure if it's actually Reach for the Stars or not, though.
It adds a little bit of Reach for the Stars melody in it. I think it's called something else, like main theme Sonic Colors or something like that.
Yeah.
Sega of America. I think this is where they start listing off every planet on Earth.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of planets on Earth.
You know what I meant, countries on Earth. I can't fucking talk, okay?
There's another thing we know you can't do apart from playing colours.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I've hidden my incompetencies over the years, to be fair. Advertising production specialists. When are they going to start listing off like the names of their dogs or something? I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, it is kind of a shame that you don't get like the spin dash and light speed dash as part of his moveset, but then it'd be kind of hard to balance that out with a boost.
I mean, the light speed dash at the very least comes back.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking more like the lines of the spin dash. Although, like, it's there in Unleashed, and it's there that you can just use it wherever, like, the wings come in. But I don't like our situation where it is in Generations. That kind of defeats the object of having it. You can't really, like, use it to get any particular skips or anything. You just use it when the game says press Y here or whatever.
Stefan is asking how you spent 8 minutes on terminal velocity.
Take a guess, Stefan.
I just told him you had a bunch of deaths.
Yeah. Tell him I did slightly better than that one run, and he'll know the one I mean. But otherwise, I'm a very close second place.
Would it have anything to do with Mia?
What's that?
Does it have anything to do with Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned that in the Discord.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that bad, but it was a second place. I like that you get the quite equal towards the end, just to round off with Best Wisp.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not end, because there's another laser here.
Yeah. I mean, it's also kind of difficult to actually build up his size any.
Well, Oh no, he still pounces forward and does the bitey thing, so I am satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually didn't bring up Colors DS during this at all, which
Oh no, we didn't.
I kind of feel sad about because I like Colors DS.
I never actually beat that game. Like, I know it's very much a Sonic Rush 3 kind of deal, and I love Rush. But yeah.
Silver Dude's asking like Wii versus DS. Obviously the Wii version's better, but I like both of them. I think the two exclusive Wisps in the DS version, Burst and Void, are pretty neat.
Yeah.
I feel like it suffers a lot from dimps and the bottomless pits.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Also,
there's a lot of neat stuff in it though, especially the secret final boss.
Yeah. One thing that the Rush games suffer from in terms of their art direction, which is most prominent in Colours, is the divide between what's a sprite and what's a 3D model. Like, it's passable in Rush because they sort of disguise the lower quality stuff, but in Colours, some levels it becomes really noticeable. Stuff are just like lower sprites.
Yeah.
Like, we're coming toward the end here. Oh wait, no, there's more.
When you start singing the moon, I think you're really close to the end.
Yeah, I've got the part that it's credited in the vocal things now.
Yeah. Silver Dude says Tropical Resort and Water Palace are the only stages from portable games in Generations 3DS, since the Tropical Resort version in that is based on the DS version.
It uses a fair bit of the burst wisp in it. That section, that level, it's pretty fun overall, except for one point where there's these laser gates that you kind of can't see coming until too late.
Yeah. I much prefer Tropical Resort as the representative of this game over Planet Wisp.
Definitely, yeah.
I understand why they chose Planet Wisp, because it's literally the home of the Wisps, which was the point of the game. I just don't think it did really well in Generations, and I think Tropical Resort in 3DS works better from what I've seen.
Yeah, it really does. Planet Wisp, it just kind of goes on too long and really does outstay its welcome. I know they were trying to combine elements from the 6-acts from the Wii one, but you spend so much time inside it, which is quite a boring aesthetic, tied with a little bit repetitive gameplay. It kind of doesn't end up too well. There's the Earth, it's cool and blue as me. Get all them lives I'm never gonna need. And there's our stinger.
Idiot! Faster! Put your backsides into it! Technically, we don't have backsides, boss. I don't care! Just
You probably didn't get back all the lives you lost there.
I might have got back the lives I lost in terminal velocity. Yeah, he's cute, but with his voice back. Planet Wisp in Team Sonic Racing could be cool. I'm glad that they picked that. The Element Girl stayed dead. I deserve that.
Are we the first charity marathon to have a body list?
I hope so.
Or body count.
It'd be kind of worrying if someone's beat us. But yeah, let's just get back to the menu and then we can sign off properly. Yeah, it's just identified I am indeed using the classic controller. In fact, let's just let this cutscene play given I didn't at the start. So, yeah, overall I'd say Sonic Colors, holds up to me. It is a really fucking fun game. I've said my problems with it over the course of the playthrough, as you've seen, and like with blocky level design and stuff like that. But it's just one of them feel-good games, really. Like the general area that it's set in, like, just amazing. Certainly, just look of the game, it's really cheerful, and even when there's really fucked up shit happening, like the aliens getting killed and whatnot. But yeah, even though I'm clearly not very good at it, it's still a lot of fun to me. Spar.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I feel.
Okay, fair on that.
It's a really fun game, as I've said. It's my favorite Sonic game, so yeah.
Okay. Good on that.
I never played this, but I have like watched like a few playthroughs of it, and I do enjoy like what I've got.
Yeah, fair one. So, getting towards the end of the cutscene, before we sign off properly, do we have any last minute donations?
Let me just check.
Go for it.
Doesn't look like it.
Okie doke. Well, folks, to everyone who's came out for today's playthroughs, that being both Phantasy Star 4 and Sonic Colors just now, thank you all for stopping by, for keeping us company in chat and whatnot, and thank you to everyone who's donated. It's been quite a fun stream despite all my issues, probably the best way to put it. But yeah, I think that will wrap us up for today. What have we got tomorrow, Nat?
Tomorrow we have Golden Axe with Volt and Enton, and Yakuza with Tastakura and Neo.
Good stuff. Well, there we go, folks. We'll see you tomorrow for those runs, and hope you have a good evening. Bye bye for now.